Welcome to BioWise with Aanchal. I hope you have solved the paper well. So this is regarding the discussion for today's paper. And let's see how much you have scored. The paper was easy and most of the questions, as you could see, were there from the revision. So I can proudly say that there were many questions from the revision that we did. Right, so let us move ahead with the questions. All must be eager to know what are the answers, whether you have done it correctly, how much you are going to score. So four friends PQRS were discussing examples of genetic disorder, and as we have done it earlier, which one we'll consider as like color blindness is a genetic disorder, albinism is a genetic disorder, hemophilia and color blindness, right? And hemophilia and albinism. So RNS gave the right answer. RNS. So correct answer is RNS. Correct? Moving to the next. During the ventricular systole, that is when your ventricle is contracting, the atrioventricular valve closes and semilunar valve opens. So P closes and Q opens. Don't mind the question, there are some error with the question. P closes and Q opens. Yes? Moving to the next. A thick cuticle reduces transpiration by acting as a barrier. That is true. And desert plant have large and thin leaves for transpiration. That is false. So A is true and R is false. Next, a sequence of DNA has got 300 nitrogenous base pairs. Now base pairs they are talking about, but the total they have with the base pairs, out of it 75. Okay, the base pairs means they have total 75. It should be 125, but 125 is not in the option. They have considered as nitrogen base pairs. So here you have 75 guanine, 75 cytosine, the 150 over, then 75 adenine and 75 thymine. The thymine number is 75. Answer. Next one. Abscisic acid promotes stomatal closure during the drought. That is true. Abscisic acid helps the plants to conserve water during stress. That is also true. So A is true and R is, both the statements are true. And it's a correct explanation also. So you have this one as the right answer. Yes, moving to the next. Leukoderma is a biological term called for blood cancer. What is that? Leukoderma is vitiligo, where you have loss of melanin pigment from the skin, right? Leukemia is the biological disorder for the blood cancer, right? So A is false, and in the only second case, A is false and R is true. This is the right answer, right? Moving to the next. A health organization want to educate rural audience about population control using visually engaging methods. Visually engaging methods. So which of the following would be effective? Poster you can see, film shows you can see, street plays you can see, loudspeaker you can hear. So visually engaging media में PRS. So PRS A is the right answer. Okay, next. A family has a history of color blindness. During genetic testing, it was found mother was a carrier. Since mother was a carrier, then out of 4 children, only one child will be colorblind. Right? So you can understand this way. If you have the Punnett square, so mother is one is, and this is the mother, and the father is normal. Okay? So in the first case, you have XCC, that is your carrier daughter. Then you have a normal daughter. Then you have a colorblind son, right? And then you have a normal son. Now the question is, what is the probability of their sons being colorblind. So there are two suns. Out of two sun, one is colorblind. So the answer is 50% of the sun is colorblind. Okay, 50% of the sun is colorblind. Moving to the next. Bharat woke up late in the morning and missed the school bus. The situation stimulates the nerves of the sympathetic nervous system. Now, sympathetic nervous system with constriction of the coronary arteries, no muscle relaxation, nay. Decrease in respiration, nay. Bronchodilation, that is increase in the diameter of your windpipe so that more and more breathing can take place. So, bronchodilation is the right answer. Which is the correct sequence of the blood flow of pulmonary and systemic circulation? No. Okay. Now here, right atrium to right ventricle to lungs, left atrium to left ventricle and body tissue. Right? This is correct. Pulmonary. The first is the pulmonary and then the systemic circulation. So first is the lungs and then you have the body. Correct? Yes. Next one. If you have doubt, put it in the comment section. I'll try to explain. Now, Karan was standing on a high stool cleaning the ceiling fan. He suddenly loses balance and has sustains a head injury. Head injury, but the brain. An examination reveals that his pupil has lost the capacity to constrict in bright light. Which structure? Now, children, here, first of all, see the options. Suspensory ligament is for the lens, not for the iris or the pupil. The what to say? The muscles responsible for the iris is your radial muscles and the circular muscles. Remember? So here the answer will be medulla. Suspensory ligament is for lens. So lens ko kuch nahi, nothing has happened. So it is medulla oblongata that is not able to sense the reflexes. So medulla, involuntary action. Your constriction of pupil is an involuntary action. So it is medulla oblongata. A person suffering from kidney failure has protein in the blood. So which one? Hemat means blood, glycose means glucose, that is glucose. Albumin is a protein, and anemia is the lack of iron in the blood. What does the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan? This we have done so many times. Swachh Bharat Abhiyan is nothing to do with deforestation or forestation. That is improve sanitation and solid waste management. Okay, so this is so important. This was so important. We did it already. Next one. Varun's mother had added plenty of salt at the so she created a hypotonic solution, correct? And to inhibit the growth of microorganisms. Both are correct. Right? So B and D. B and D is there in the option. During which phase of menstrual cycle does the endometrium shed? That is menstrual cycle. Now, how many of you got 15 on 15? Put a heart in the comment section. If you've got 15 on 15 in the MCQ, put a heart in the comment section. Now, give the biological term. The tropic movement where the tendrils of the pea twine around the support. Thigmotropism. Thigmotropism. The tropic movement. Thigmotropism. The defect in our eye with some parts of the object are in focus while the others are not. Astigmatism. Astigmatism. Then the waste type of waste generated in the laboratories. Biomedical waste. Biomedical waste. The surgical methods in the female. Tubectomy. Tubectomy. Right? An evolutionary process by which new species arise from the existing one is speciation. Okay? Speciation is the origin of species. Next one. Given below the diagram of the human sperm, read the information and okay. Okay, fine. This is so good. Let us The head of the sperm has a cap-like organelle called the acrosome. Then, which produces an enzyme hyaluronidase, which helps in the dissolving the outer layer of the ovum. The nucleus of the sperm has got 23 chromosome. The middle piece has got mitochondria and semen. This is the right answer. Okay? Choose the odd one out. Now here, we have already seen these type of questions, right? Oxytocin. Rest are all phytohormones. What is the category of others? Rest are phytohormones. Phytohormones. Then growth hormone, vasopressin, thyroid stimulating hormone, gonadotropin. Here vasopressin. Why vasopressin? Rest are the hormones. Rest are the hormones released by what? Anterior pituitary. Anterior pituitary. Correct. Next one, creatinine, urea, uric acid, nucleic acid. Rest are the components of urine. Right. Rest are the components of urine. Components of urine. Next, cervix, chordae papillary muscle, sinoarterial node. Cervix, because rest are the part of the heart. Rest are the structures present in the heart. Let me write heart structures. Heart structures present in the heart, that will be better. Structures present in the heart. Morula, blastocyst, oviduct and fetus. So oviduct, because rest are the embryonic stages of development or stages of development of embryo. Stages of development of embryo. Correct? So this is the answer. So what are the odd ones? Here vasopressin, here nucleic acid, and here cervix. It's in the female reproductive system. And here oviduct, fallopian tube. Rest are all the babies. That is how the baby develops. Moving to the next. Yeah, Mohit, a 30-year-old man, was software professional leading the sedentary life. He shows high blood glucose like a routine health checkup despite of having normal body weight. What is he suffering from? Hyperglycemia. Right? He shows the signs of high blood. So the hormonal disorder he is suffering from. Diabetes, mellitus. Diabetes, mellitus. Hormone responsible, insulin. Organ that secretes, pancreas. If you want to go in detail, beta cells of islets of Langerhans. Of Langerhans. But since they have asked the organ, so only pancreas will also give you marks. Okay? Next one symptom experienced by Mohit. It will be polyphagia. Then it can be polyuria. There is multiple times urination. Or it can be excessive thirst. Excessive thirst. Or hunger. Thirst slash hunger. Right. One change in lifestyle, sedentary though, it should have, he should start walking. Maybe he can add walking. Correct. Then he can have exercises included. Exercises included. This you can write. Next one. Yeah, children, remember the diagram? It was given in the important diagrams. Same diagram is given here. Okay, so let us see. Renal medulla. Renal medulla, that is, medulla has loop of Henle. Correct? Then next one, renal artery. Renal artery carries oxygenated blood. This is so good questions. Next one, renal vein. Renal vein carries deoxygenated blood. Correct? Next one, pelvis. Pelvis is given in the diagram. Then renal cortex. Renal cortex has Malpighian capsule. Right? And the last one, ureter. Ureter. Ureter carries, transports urine to the urinary bladder. Right? Ureter, it can transports urine to the urinary bladder. Receives urine which flows into ureter. No, that is not. Okay, so this is your match the following. Section B. Section 1, how many 40 on 40? Give a thumbs up. 40 on 40, give thumbs up. What is the resting but metabolically active phase of the cell cycle? Interphase. Yes, it is interphase. Interphase is the resting phase. Okay. Now, what is the advantage of binocular vision? Example is depth and height perception and 3D image formation. 2 points, 2 marks. Formation. Okay. Even your speed analysis, everything can be included in this because of binocular vision only we can find where the object is, how far it is, how what is the distance of it from us. Mention the autosome number and the autosome. Autosome is 22 pair, or you can write 44. Allosome is 1 pair, or you can write 2. Okay. Which two well-watered identical plants are placed in brightly lit room at different temperatures, one at 15 degree and one at 38 degree. The plant in the warmer room shows wilting phenomenon. This question was also done. Anyway, this is transpiration. Transpiration. Mention the factors of the phenomenon that is being tested. Now here they are talking about temperature. Temperature. Yes, they're talking about temperature. Draw a neat label diagram of a prophase with 4 chromosomes. This was also done, right? You have to draw a cell, an animal cell. Then you have to draw the disappearing nuclear membrane. Then you have to draw the centriole moving apart. I cannot draw much very beautifully here. And then you have to have 4 chromosomes inside, right? 4 chromosomes inside. Yesterday also we did this in the diagram, most important diagram. 4 chromosomes only we took. So you can have this 4 chromosomes, right? Like that you have to draw. Then scientific name of modern man. Now modern man, um, Homo sapiens. Homo sapiens. Array. 1 minute. Something happened here. The Homo sapiens. Children, remember it. The word has to be underlined because it's a scientific name. So Homo Sapiens. Then next question is how cytons are arranged. Remember, brain is a coconut. So gray matter, outside and white matter inside. And this one will be ulta. White matter outside and gray matter inside. Correct? Moving to the next. Who proposed the theory of natural selection? Who proposed? Charles Darwin. Charles Darwin. Mention the organism. Now again, mechanism here. You can write peppered moth or you can write the scientific name Western Betularia. Betularia. Correct? Here also, since scientific name is there, you have to underline the name. Okay. Difference between plasmolysis and deplasmolysis. Plasmolysis is when a normal target cell is placed in a hypertonic solution. So water is lost and the plant and the cell cytoplasm, this plasma membrane shrinks. This is plasmolysis. What is deplasmolysis? When this cell, the plasmolysed cell, is again placed in a hypotonic solution, the water from the hypotonic solution moves inside the cell, making it turgid again. So this is deplasmolysis. Okay. So in plasmolysis, hypertonic, the cell is placed, in plasmolysis, cells are formed when it is placed in a hypertonic solution, and deplasmolysis happens when the cell is placed in a plasmolysed cell is placed in a hypotonic solution. Okay. Next question. Akshay's father had a tumor in his prostate gland. His doctor advised him the one side effect of the surgery was inconsistency of urine, leakage of urine. That is okay. Where is prostate gland located? Okay, where is bilobe structure which surrounds the urethra close to its origin from the bladder in the males? That is, and why does it produce alkaline substances neutralize the neutralize the acidic environment in the female reproductive system, in the female reproductive system. Okay. Then next one, name the structure that regulates the flow of urine from the urinary bladder to the urethra, into the urethra. Sphincters. Sphincter muscles. Okay. Sphincter muscles. Any other answer? Put it in the comment section. This is what I can think of right now. We have already done the overall chemical equation of photosynthesis. 6 molecules of carbon dioxide plus 12 molecules of water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll gives you the glucose. That is 6 molecules of carbon dioxide plus 12 molecules of water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll gives you C6H12 C6H12O6 plus 6 molecules of oxygen plus 6 molecules of water. Okay, this is your complete equation. If you write this, you get full marks. NADP, nicotinamide, adenine, dinucleotide phosphate. ADP. This is added one, okay? This was not there in the question paper. Something happened. This is not there. Okay. Yeah. ADP, adenosine triphosphate. Sorry, diphosphate. Adenosine diphosphate. Okay. Synapse, gap or a junction between the two neurons is called synapse. Name the neurotransmitter, that is acetylcholine. Okay. Name the neurotransmitter, acetylcholine. Acetylcholine. Then what is the role of Leydig cells to make, what is the role of Leydig cells? Tell me. Leydig cells helps in the synthesis of testosterone. Testosterone. Okay. And what is the role of seminiferous tubules? Spermatogenesis. Spermatogenesis or synthesis making or the formation of sperm. We can write that. Is that okay? Next one. Vanishing greenery, a growing urban crisis in most of the countries. Okay, this is something wrong has happened. Okay, this was the question of not the question has some problem has happened. The question was related to the eye. Okay, this question. Name the eye disorder. What was the eye hypermetropia? Hypermetropia. How can it be corrected? By using convex lenses. Convex lens. Okay. And where is the image found in the above disorder? Beyond the retina. We have seen this in yesterday's important diagram questions, right? Then moving to the next question. Density populate with reference to human beings. So number of human beings or number of individuals residing per unit area, per unit square kilometer area. That is your population density. Per unit area, that is your population density. Okay. A 17-year-old girl has got irregular menstrual cycle. Her mother took her to the family adrenal virilism. So hypersecretion of which hormones results in adrenal virilism? Androgens. Androgens. Yes. And symptoms. You can see the symptoms. Facial hair. Facial hair. Mustache. That is male characteristics are seen in the females. Okay. Mitosis in the plant cell and the mitosis in the animal cell based on cytokinesis. The plant cell में cytokinesis happens by cell plate formation, and in animals cytokinesis happens by furrow formation. Then Sarah placed a healthy potted plant in a dark room. Why was the plant, that is de-starching was done? De-starching was done. Then significance of boiling leaf in alcohol. What it does? It removes chlorophyll. Yes, it removes chlorophyll. So the leaf becomes pale and you can observe the color change. It removes chlorophyll. Copy the diagram. Now they have given the diagram, so you don't have to draw it. Very good. Name the structure. It is spinal cord. TS of a spinal cord. Right? It's a spinal cord. And label gray matter and white matter. My God, they have given the color also to you. So you just have to label it. Where is gray matter? This one is the gray matter. And white matter is this one. This one is white matter. This one more question was asked on this, right? Moving to the next. Okay. Okay, did we Leave some questions. You've already done this, right? Okay. Next, vanishing this question that is regarding the buildings. Mention the significant problem caused by the reduction in urban greenery, increase in carbon dioxide content, and global warming. One significant problem. That is your global warming because increase in the CO2 concentration. Increase in CO2 concentration. Right. How do green plants contribute to the improving air quality? It reduces carbon dioxide content as it uses it for photosynthesis. What role can you see as a citizen play in protecting the urban greenery? You can have vertical gardens, right? Vertical gardens. Then you can have afforestation. Afforestation, you can write that, right? Station. Then next one, last question. Write the term for the pressure exerted by the cell content on the cell wall. That is the Turger pressure. So if norm was important. Turger pressure. Turger pressure. Name the fluid present in between the meninges of the spinal cord. Cerebrospinal fluid. Cerebrospinal fluid. What is its function? Prevents mechanical shock, right? So you can write that prevents mechanical shock, rigidity, and then what to say? Provides nutrition. Next one, label vacuole and plasma membrane. So vacuole is this big one, is the vacuole, and plasma membrane is the this, which is this is the plasma membrane. Okay. This is a cell wall, and this one is the part of the other cell. So this is plasma membrane. Yes. Next, moving to the next. Yes, select the two biodegradable waste, decaying fruits, and your newspaper. Next one, collective term for the structure of internal ear. Internal ear, collective term for the structure located in the internal ear. Now, internal ear में collective term can be membranous labyrinth. If they're talking about inner ear, right? They're not talking about middle ear. So they're talking about that is membranous labyrinth. Membranous labyrinth. Membranous labyrinth. And name the sensory organ in the cochlea, organ of Corti. Organ of Corti. What kind of population of stone quarry say you can have air pollution because of the stone dust. You can also have noise pollution when they are breaking down the stones. Okay. So that is all. That is all. I think one place I missed. Let me see the question paper once. Give me just 1 minute, children. The question number, if you have your paper with you, the question number, yes, Page number 12. That is, RBC do not have nuclei. Discuss its advantage. Now, RBC do not have nuclei so that it can accommodate more and more oxygen for the transport that we have already discussed in our previous revisions. Arrange the following food chain in proper sequence. Small fish, algae, mosquito, larva, kingfisher. So your algae is eaten by mosquito larva. Mosquito larva is eaten by small fish and the small fish is eaten by kingfisher. Frog, snail, crow, green leaves. Now, green leaves is eaten by snail. Snail is eaten by frog, and frog is eaten by crow. Okay. A 28-year-old pregnant lady goes to a gynecologist for the checkup. Her doctor explains that there is a normal growth of the fetus and the placenta is functioning well. Now, mention the function of placenta. Placenta provides the exchange of nutrition, waste, right, between the mother body and the fetus. And what connects the placenta to the umbilical cord? To the fetus? Answer is umbilical cord. Then mention two sexual characteristics in the 15-year-old boy, the development of the mustache and the beard, and the voice becomes hoarse or heavy. Then Tia's grandmother, 70 years old, and that we have done. Right? So page number 12, I think there was some error in generating the pictures. So thank you so much, children. How much you got in this paper? Write your marks in the comment section. Let me see what is your expectations. Thank you so much. Have a great day and study well for the next examination.